Hello, everybody. So I was guided to do this short, I think it's going to be short video. I've had lots of questions about my retreats. And so I figured I would answer some questions and give you a little bit more information in this video. So I do 2 to 3 live retreats every year, connecting with the Divine You retreats. And the next one is coming up at Mount Shasta. I also have one in Maui in February. And I usually pick a third one in some spiritual healing type place. Sedona. I've done Zion. And who knows what other places I'll pick coming up, maybe Peru. But so what happens during these retreats is one of the big questions that I get. And in a nutshell, lots of things happen, but one of the big things that happens is that we really get down to the root causes, causes, depending on the person, of your health issue, or some people come who have other breakdowns, such as relationship issues, money, life purpose, etc. Fill in the blank, any area of your life, but a lot of people do come with health issues. And so one of the things that we focus on in the retreat is I help you to discover what is at the root of that health issue or any other breakdown. And then I teach you tools to help you to shift that, to release that, to heal whatever it is that might be keeping you from having a healthy body and from having love and fulfilling relationships, receiving more money, and fully living your divine purpose. So we also have a lot of fun during these retreats. We typically have somebody who plays an instrument. We have dancing, if you choose. We go on fun little outings or excursions. We do some hiking, depending on the place. So it's not just a, serious type of retreat. You have time to connect with yourself during the day. We typically meet for about 5 hours a day during the retreats. And the reason that I do it that way is so that you have time to process. So you have downtime. You have time to explore the area. You have time to rest and relax. So we typically meet in the mornings for an hour, typically 2 to 3 hours, and then again later in the afternoon or evening. Some days we meet only in the morning, some days we meet only in the evening. So the schedule kind of varies, but you get big blocks of free time every day during the retreat to do whatever you're guided to do, which, gone on many retreats myself, I have found really important for me and for most of my clients. Another question I get is, why are your retreats so small? So I typically limit my retreats for 6 to 10 people. And there's very good reason for that. One of the reasons is I would like to create a deeper connection with each of you and allow that you do that with each other as well. And so when there's too big of a group, I find that harder to happen. We also do some really deep healing stuff during this retreat. And for me to be able to have the energy and create that safe container for you guys, I need to keep it a little bit smaller. I can't have 25, 50 people at these retreats. So that's also why the cost is a little bit more. So I often get asked that as well. Why, compared to other retreats, why is this one maybe a little bit more? And because they are so small, that is typically why. Why don't I include lodging in most of my retreats? And honestly, for ease, for my own ease. Having to deal with the lodging, people have different tastes as far as lodging. Now, the Mount Shasta retreat, I am including the lodging, but for most of my other retreats, I give you recommendations. I give you, anything from a higher end to a little bit more of a budget friendly, so that you can choose whatever works for you in terms of lodging. And I do pair people if you want to have a roommate and share lodging. Of course, I do that as well. Another important thing that I do for my retreats is we meet virtually before the retreat, about 2 weeks, and again afterwards. That helps us to build that connection before, and also helps you to get home, process, and then for us to for me to provide you some support once you leave the retreat. Not everybody who comes to my retreats is a current coaching client. So I find that to be really helpful for most people that come to the retreats. Let's see what else. Why do I pick the places that I pick is a question that I often get. And the simple answer is I pick places that I love. I love being out in nature, and I think that nature is a great healer. So I'll typically pick an ocean, I'll pick a mountain type retreat, a desert type retreat. I like variety, and I know you guys do too. So you get to pick the nature setting that you feel called to. Most of these places have a really big healing, mystical qualities. They amplify your healing, which is why I pick them as well. Let's see what else. I think that's about it. If you would like to check out any of my retreats, you can do that below the video. And if you have any questions, of course, you can email me, Tanya@tanyapenny.com. The links below the video, they also give you recommendations, suggestions, more information, as well as how to sign up. My retreats have a full pay option, or you can do a payment plan. Just email me and let me know what works for you. There is an agreement on the links below if you want to sign up. The Mount Shasta retreat, as I said, is coming up soon at the end of September, and Maui is not until February 2019. And another retreat for next year I haven't picked yet. So if you're interested in also finding out right away, getting on the waiting list, you can also email me, Tanya@tanyapenny.com, to be notified of upcoming retreats. So I hope I see you in person. There's nothing like working together live over several days. So all of the work that I do is deeply healing, but I've noticed that people that come to retreats, you can, I don't want to say the fast track, but we can go deeper faster because we're together for a few days and you have no other distractions, which is unusual when you have everyday life going on at home, kids, the job, husband, wife, etc. Yeah, and yes, my retreats are for men and women alike. So I've had that question before as well. So I hope to see you soon, and I look forward just to continuing to support you on your healing journey, whether it's a retreat or another type of program. Bye.